from the station taking action for you. This is ABC Action News.
Suspect sketch released. You're looking live at the USF campus where students are getting their first look at a man police believe sexually assaulted a woman. We'll show you his picture and you'll hear from students concerned about their safety.
And also coming up, could the clues into what happened to Jimmy Hoffa be right here under this Michigan driveway? Well, that's where detectives are set to begin digging this morning. We're going to take you live to Detroit with more on the tip that led police there.
Fed up, feeling hungry, even after eating those new healthier school lunches, students voicing their concerns. And this morning, the government has come up with a simple solution. Good Thursday morning, everyone. I'm Dan Schaefer.
And good morning. I'm Dee O'Reilly. Thank you for waking up with ABC. For the past hour, we have been showing you live video from the Tampa Bay Times Forum where crews are installing the ice there. This is just the beginning of a very long day of work for these guys. This whole process takes 11 hours. You know, but the good news is they at least don't have to worry about the heat. We do, though.
We do. Shay Ryan standing by with your action weather update.
Yeah, and it's looking pretty good out there as we're starting off. Titan Doppler radar showing we're all clear and dry. You can see that over my shoulder, nothing coming down. Let's take a look at our 24-hour forecast. The white returns here that you're seeing, the white shades, that's indicating the chance for cloud cover, and then the green and yellow tones indicating the chance for rain. So this morning, we're really not looking at a very strong chance for rain. You can see we're pretty dry all the way through noon. We've got just a slight chance for an isolated shower or storm. And then by 4 o'clock, we start to see more activity on the East Coast. This will work its way across the state through the afternoon and into the early evening. We may get some heavy downpours in places like Sumter County, also into Polk and Highlands counties. And then it will begin to dissipate and work its way off the coast. So the interior is more likely to see the heavier rain today, even though we're still looking at just isolated to scattered showers across the area. 70 in Inverness right now, 71 in Lakeland, Sarasota coming in at 73, Largo 75 right now, Clearwater at 76, and St. Pete at 78. Ybor City coming in at 72 degrees, and Carrollwood 73. We'll make it to highs today in the upper 80s to about 90. Good morning, Meredith.
Hi, Shay. So traffic out of North Tampa on southbound 275 starting to get busy. Pretty typical morning volume now at Sly Avenue. Westbound I-4, I'm keeping my eyes peeled for an accident reported on I-4 at the 275 junction. Can't find it on my traffic cameras. That probably means that FHP is not yet on scene because usually I can see those flashing lights. I'll have an update in just a couple of minutes. Out in the Dover area, some power lines are down on Walden Sheffield Road at Al Simmons, just to the west of Dover. Scoot on up and use MLK as your alternate route there. Fender bender near the Brandon Mall on Brandon Boulevard at Lakewood Drive. And still working a crash in Riverview. 301 and Duncan Road is the location that we have from the sheriff's office. Captain Al is heading to the scene. Al.
Hey, good morning, Meredith, and good Thursday morning, everybody. Well, we're just now coming into the Palm River area, so we're not quite there yet. You're looking at where the Selman Expressway and Lumsden Cross, I-75, I should say. That's in the Brandon area. Not quite down to 301, just a little bit south of Bloomingdale yet. I do have a visual, a lot of lights. Don't see the flicker yet, but I do see some cars getting by. We'll have that in a moment, but I-75 in the meantime, north and southbound, checks okay. Now back to the desk.
Thank you, Captain Al. It is 6:32 now. USF police are now working with a new clue in their search for a sexual assault suspect. Overnight, they released a sketch of the man that they are now looking for. Ashley Glass is live on the USF campus this morning with this new development. Good morning, Ashley.
Hi, Dia. Good morning. Let me get right to it. This is him. This is a sketch of the man police say they are looking for. They're pairing it with this description to a white man, about 5'11", 190 pounds. You can see his hair is shaggy, described as brown, his eyes described as sunken in. USF police say a man who looks like this raped a USF student inside Kappa Residence Hall Wednesday of last week. Police say the assault happened in the vending room area on the first floor. The suspect and the victim did not know each other. USF police sent out an email to the entire campus encouraging students to be alert and cautious as they search for the suspect. Now, at the same time, students are raising new security concerns on campus. They tell us because of a concert Tuesday night, they could not park for class at the Sundome parking garage. Well, this forced some of them to walk to and from class in the dark. As students point out to us, this worries them because of the ongoing rapist search, and they have questions about if this will happen again the next time there is an event at the Sundome. As of late last night, USF officials would only say reserving the lot was a parking and transportation department decision, and would not comment on if this created a security problem for students. Again, this comes as USF police have been looking for a rape suspect for more than a week now. Police tell us the suspect was last seen wearing dark green cargo shorts and a gray t-shirt. Bringing you another close-up look at the sketch police just put out overnight, and they're asking that if you recognize this person, USF police want you to call them. That number is at the bottom of your screen now. It's 813-974-2628. We are coming to you live from USF this morning. Ashley Glass, ABC Action News.
Thank you, Ashley. Happening today here in the Bay Area, a hearing for convicted murderer Delmer Smith is scheduled for this afternoon in Manatee County. Smith's attorneys are expected to file motions to have his mental health evaluated. It is another effort to save him from death row. In August, a jury found 41-year-old Smith guilty of murdering Kathleen Briles in 2009. Briles, the wife of a prominent Manatee County doctor, was found dead in her Terracea home. The Tampa home daycare worker accused in the death of a 5-month-old baby boy will be in court this morning. Tina Lark is facing aggravated manslaughter charges. Police say the 44-year-old was responsible for the baby, Darren DeShazar, when he was found dead with 6 times the normal level of a sleeping drug in his system. Lark had reportedly been cited in the past for not always complying with rules designed to safeguard children in daycare facilities. In just a few hours, voters in Iowa will begin casting their ballots. Early voting gets underway there this morning, and new opinion polls show President Obama with a clear lead. The president is being helped by the fact that that state's economy is far more robust than other battleground states. Iowa, it's hardly the largest prize in the race for the 270 electoral college votes, but its 6 votes could tip the scales if this race is close. And Florida is just one of the battleground states where new ads supporting President Obama will begin airing today. In this 2-minute video, the president calls for a new economic patriotism and asks voters to compare his plan with one put forth by Mitt Romney. President Obama lays out a plan to create manufacturing jobs, promote U.S.-made energy, train workers, and also reduce the deficit. A federal appeals court in New York is set to hear arguments today before deciding the constitutionality of the Defense of Marriage Act. Already, the law has been struck down by a federal appeals court in Boston and 5 trial-level judges, including U.S. District Judge Barbara Jones in Manhattan. She ruled that a Manhattan woman should not have to pay federal estate taxes after her wife of 44 years died in 2009. Those women were married in Canada in 2007. The judge said the law's efforts to define marriage intrudes upon the state's regulation of domestic relations. And here at home, our camera crews will be there when the city of Tampa presents a new ordinance for the Domestic Partnership Registry at today's city council meeting. Right now, Tampa residents who have registered as domestic partners can only legally use that document within city limits. Well, the city council is expected to approve changes today that would recognize a registered domestic partnership regardless of where it originated. Tampa approved its domestic partnership registry back in April of this year.
6:37 now. We're following new developments in a story that might help solve a mystery some 35 years in the making. Where is missing Teamster boss Jimmy Hoffa buried? Police in Detroit are checking out a tip that he may be under a driveway in a Detroit suburb. Kim Russell with our Scripps station in Detroit joins us now with those details. Kim?
Yes, I am live in the very driveway that we're talking about, and police are taking high-tech steps to verify this tip. They took a radar yesterday and scanned this driveway, and they found evidence that there is something underneath the concrete about the size of a body. Now Roseville police are out here guarding this property, making sure that nothing is tampered with, and this quiet neighborhood is at the center of a decades-old mystery. Could Jimmy Hoffa be buried here? Police say they plan to take soil samples from the driveway tomorrow, and if evidence of human remains is found, they will tear up the concrete and find out what is underneath. Jimmy Hoffa went missing in 1975. There have been numerous searches for the Teamsters boss, but nothing has turned out to bring answers. One man who lived here in the 70s spoke to us, and he said he's shocked at the idea that Hoffa could be buried here. Meantime, police say there are holes in the tipster's story, so they are not counting on his story to bring answers in this case, but it is still a intriguing twist in a decades-old all-American mystery. Reporting live in Roseville, I'm Kim Russell. Back to you, Dan.
Certainly is. All right, and we know you'll stay on top of it. Thanks, Kim. Dia?
Well, new this morning, a snack is what Department of Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack says is the solution to growing concerns over revamped school lunch menus. The Congress-approved calorie limits on school lunches went into effect in August. Under these new regulations, cafeterias are also required to serve twice as many fruits and vegetables while limiting the number of proteins and carbohydrates. Well, many students, especially student athletes, say these new leaner, greener menus are leaving them hungry. Well, Vilsack says the Obama administration is working with school districts to create snack programs, and they're also encouraging parents to pack extra food for active students.
Well, some good economic news coming out of Europe this morning. Germany reporting the country's jobless rate fell by 0.3% to 6.5% in September. However, taking into account seasonal factors, the number of people out of work in Germany actually was up by 9,000 over last month. Investors seem encouraged, though, nonetheless. Taking a look at markets overseas, stocks opening higher this morning so far in Europe. Earlier in Asia, Asian stocks closed higher today as investors prepare for a major holiday that'll shut down markets in Hong Kong and China next week. Hong Kong's Hang Seng, in fact, up 234 points. The Nikkei up 0.5 percentage point. The Dow closed lower yesterday, down 44 points at 13,413. The futures, though, show a positive start to the trading day today. Biggest economic report coming out today here in the U.S. The Labor Department releases weekly jobless claims, which will give us a snapshot of job losses.
20 minutes till 7 now. Beer battered. Coming up next, how a Florida store clerk used beer cans to fight off a robber.
Plus, danger at 258 miles. The concern for astronauts this morning aboard the International Space Station.
Partly cloudy skies and dry right now. As we head through the afternoon, we'll have a chance for some showers and storms and highs in the upper 80s to about 90 degrees.